So all week you've been hearing about this thing we've been putting together really just to help out anybody that is a business owner or someone's got a side hustle. Maybe you're an entrepreneur. Maybe you're just a leader in your field. So we put together something called Level Up Labs, which is going to be all these experts that you've heard over the week in different areas of business. They're experts in either social media for your business or raising money, which we call capital, or there's business development, leadership, all kinds of things. And so tomorrow we're actually doing it live and we're going to have everybody there you can talk to. And like I told you before, the links are all up. You can sign up for 50 free spots. If you text level up to 312-946-4995. And when you do that, you realize it's at a place called Brick and Mortar. And yeah, you've heard me talk about it all week. But these are these amazing co-working spaces that it's cool because I got reconnected and Andrew's here with us. But Andrew and I went to school together and we grew up literally since elementary school, right?
Yeah, since elementary school through middle school into high school. So it's been a minute.
It's been a minute, but we reconnected at the Park Ridge Farmers Market of all places. And you started to tell me about your spaces that we're going to talk about in a second. And that led to our conversation of how we can help the community, because that's where your journey started. So why don't we just jump into Brick and Mortar and what it is and how you started it? Can we do that?
Absolutely. Yeah. So I moved my family out of the city and into Park Ridge in 2017. My business partner moved his family out to Park Ridge a year after that. And we were commuting back and forth to the West Loop. We had worked out a co-working, since 2014, 2015.
Wow.
Adam had worked out of the Merchandise Mart, 1871. We had worked out a bunch of spaces in the West Loop, Bucktown, etc. It had always been ingrained in us that we enjoyed the spaces. Now the commute was catching up to us. So we were commuting roughly about cumulatively 80 hours a month.
Kennedy will get you.
Yeah, it's painful. And came out to Park Ridge and said, hey, why don't we just shift our business? We have a construction company called Blue Collar. Why don't we shift that out to Uptown Park Ridge? And we looked for a co-working space, and pretty much it was just outdated offices. That's not our vibe, not our style. And so we did. I don't want to make it sound too simple, right? We did enough market research to feel good about it.
Right.
And we opened up Brick and Mortar, which is Brick and Mortar Park Ridge is the first location. And it turned into this business hub for the neighborhood. We opened it, best time to ever open a business, October of 2020, right? So middle of COVID, middle of some interesting elections, and put some giant signs on the front window that said, get out of the house. And people did.
Yeah. And essentially, it's spaces that people can do their work that is not in the place where the dog's barking in the background or the kids are yelling, and get out of the house and actually get some work done in these spaces. But they're also really unique because I like that you set them up to make them feel almost personal. If they were going to design their own office, they're not sitting in a conference room that feels very cold and, I don't know, businessy, but it can feel something comfortable. It's almost like a home office without the distractions.
That's right. Yeah. So inspiration is the name of the game, right? So these are inspiring spaces that motivate you to get out of the house, get work done. And we truly believe that our spaces provide something that no other location provides for co-working or otherwise, which is that feeling of achievement when you leave, right? So you go to a coffee shop and typically you leave feeling a little bit of the caffeine buzz and distracted and maybe overwhelmed. Here, right, you come to Brick and Mortar, it's focused productivity, and you're able to get your checklist done and off you go.
And it's not just the Park Ridge location too. So we've been talking about the Glen Ellen location, but all over, and you're going to expand too. Talk about the different locations.
Sure. So we started out in Park Ridge, and really we were excited for this to just be a business hub for the neighborhood. We could set up shop and meet the local folks, and it turned into something much larger, right? It's synonymous with a rec center for the neighborhood. So this business hub is really for everyone. So we offer hourly, daily, and monthly options, just depending on how you want to use the space. And so we've expanded out to Deerfield. Glen Ellen's our third location. Libertyville is where I'm at right now. So it's our fourth location. And then Arlington Heights is opening within the next 30 days or so.
That's amazing. You can see even behind you, it feels cool. It feels like a cool space to work, right? A comfortable, cool space, right?
I appreciate that. Yeah, we have an incredible design team and they do a great job.
And for you, what is when you talk to the people that come in and use your spaces, what's the feedback that you get that makes you feel good about what you've created?
Sure. So it's a mix, right? I'd say probably the favorite is when folks pull you aside and our members pull you aside and they say, I've never been so productive in the last,
Mm,
since I can remember. I've gotten so much done, and the internet's so fast, and I love it here. And then, that's really because we've really focused on building for the individual. So I'm sitting
yeah,
right now in a focus station, and so these are great for individual work. We also, on the flip side, have incredible collaboration spaces. So anything from a huddle room or lounge, which is up to 4 people, to a conference room that seats up to 8 comfortably, to a collaboration room that's 16 to 20. And you can have anything from boardroom style meetings to workshops. And when people are able to come here and ditch whatever they were doing before,
yeah.
whether it's the coffee shop, just getting out of the house, or getting away offsite from their office.
They talk about it all the time. I recently read this book too about, it's called Creativity. It was from the people that created Pixar and how they create their physical space that helps the creativity around them. And it's fascinating what the mind can do when you're in a physical space that feels productive, that feels creative, that feels comfortable. And then you see it all the time. Apple, the big companies, they do that all the time. They create these spaces that are emotionally connected to you at the same time. And it feels like that's what your focus was too. Like you said, they're inspiring spaces, right?
That's absolutely right.
Yeah.
For us, we've always worked out of these. This is really built on the shoulders of giants, right? We've worked out of some amazing spaces throughout Chicago, and we're looking to put our twist on it in the suburbs and now into the neighborhoods of Chicago as we expand into Chicago's North Center, Chicago's Lakeview, and we've got a few other spaces coming up in the suburbs with Naperville and LaGrange. We'll see where it takes us from there. But
so you created a pretty special business for you and yourself and your partners, obviously, but your family ultimately. And that's why we created the Level Up Labs, because there's a lot of people that want to do the same thing and take their small business or their side hustle or whatever it is to the next level. But even I've side hustles and I don't know enough about business. I don't know what to do with it. Yeah, I got some extra money coming in here and there, but what does that mean? How do I take it to the next level? And that's where Level Up Week came into play. So for you, I know we've talked about it a lot, but when it comes to the Level Up Lab, what does it mean to you to be able to provide those kind of experts and, I guess, advice to people in the community?
sure. This event is truly special. This is at the beginning what Adam Claybaugh and myself, he's my business partner. So Adam and I, this is what we set out to, right? This is what we set out to achieve, is the opportunity to curate. There's incredible people in all the communities. And so we're grateful to be able to have incredible, talented members who now can take their talents and abilities, and we can showcase those and share them with the community at large. And this is truly special for us, because we set out to do this 5-6 years ago. And so I guess kudos to you. Thank you for helping us achieve this. And I think this is going to be incredible, an opportunity to really help people move whatever it is, right, in their life forward professionally.
Yeah, it's the Chicago way too. You got a guy. You
Right.
got to have a guy or a girl, whatever
Yep.
it is. But you got to have somebody in your corner that you can ask for advice for, especially when it comes to business. And there's so much. Just learning the lingo alone can be overwhelming. So we created the Level Up Labs. It's going to be in your Glen Ellen location, which they all have themes. So this is like a ski theme, right there.
A ski chalet theme. That's right.
Very timely with our wonderful cold weather that we have. So if you want to wear your ski goggles, you can. No one will laugh at you. It'll be fine.
Absolutely.
But you can come have a conversation with all of our experts, like I said, whether it's business development or how to raise money or how to be a better leader, or you just maybe there's something going on with your side hustle that you don't see the vision of how it can be bigger. These are people that have done that and can maybe help you take next level. So Saturday or tomorrow, I guess already at Brick Mortar in Glen Ellen, and it's going to be from 10 to 2. You can sign up. We have 50 spots available. And also something as simple as if you just need like new headshots for your LinkedIn or whatever it is, we have Lisa K Photography that's going to be there doing complimentary headshots, which is very nice of her to do, because I know that's your craft and she's doing it for free just to help you out, which is pretty awesome too. Text Level Up to 312-946-4995. We'll send you the sheet so that you can sign up and secure one of your spots to make sure that you get to chat with some of these experts too. Text Level Up to 312-946-4995, and we'll hopefully see you at Brick and Mortar tomorrow. And maybe you'll have the next $1 billion business that comes out of it. Andrew?
That would be incredible. Yeah,
You
we
never
look forward
know.
to meeting everyone. And thanks so much, Scotty, for making this happen.